Warriors, there's a version of you that's been running your life from the shadows. He craves comfort. He chases approval. He flinches when things get hard. You can't see him clearly, but everyone else can feel him. Tonight he ends, or he rules you forever. The greatest threat to your future isn't competition, bad luck, or circumstance. It's the quiet addiction to staying comfortable. Every time you choose relief over growth, you shrink. Every compromise made from fear makes the next one easier. And slowly, without realizing it, you become a smaller version of what you were meant to be. This isn't about becoming cold or cruel. It's about becoming clear. By the end of this, you'll see the patterns that have been bleeding your power, and you'll have the tools to cut them out. Drop this in the comments right now. I rise unbroken. Let's get into it. 1. Hunt the shadow. Your most dangerous enemy doesn't argue with you. He lives in your habits. He shows up when you dodge a hard conversation, water down your opinion, or sense disrespect and convince yourself you're overthinking. Every small retreat looks harmless. Repeated daily, it becomes your identity. Start observing yourself like a strategist studying an opponent. Before you act, ask one brutal question. Am I choosing this because it serves my future? Or because I want relief from tension? Relief is seductive. Authority is earned. Study your patterns. Do you soften your tone around dominant people? Rush to fill silence. Oversmile in serious moments. These aren't personality traits. They're power leaks. A disciplined man finds his tails and eliminates them. The moment you stop lying to yourself about why you act the way you do, your decisions gain real weight. Awareness is the weapon. Use it. 2. Convert anger into dominance. The moment someone can provoke you on command, they own your nervous system, and ownership is leverage. When you're challenged or disrespected, a surge rises, urgent, demanding release. That urgency is a test. Discharge it immediately, and you hand over control. Contain it, and you convert it into something far more powerful. Clarity. Composure under pressure unsettles people. The aggressor expects noise. Instead, he meets stillness. That stillness becomes dominance. This isn't suppression. Suppression poisons you. It's conversion. Observe when provoked. Who benefits if you explode? In most cases, the trap is designed to extract an emotional display that weakens your standing. Don't provide it. Let silence stretch. Respond strategically, not impulsively. When you finally speak, your words land with precision, because they were chosen, not triggered. Remember, unpredictability increases influence. When people can't forecast your reactions, they tread carefully. Emotional restraint builds gravity. Gravity draws respect. 3. Weaponize rejection. Rejection is not proof of inadequacy, it's information. The undisciplined mind asks, "What's wrong with me?" The strategic mind asks, "What does this reveal?" When someone overlooks or underestimates you, you're being shown their perception, not your worth. Step back. Examine the pattern. What signals were you sending? Where did your positioning lack weight? You're not collecting pain. You're collecting data. Betrayal is even more instructive. When loyalty breaks, resist the immediate reaction. Ask, how did this person gain access? Where were my boundaries unclear? This isn't paranoia. It's precision. Build a mental ledger of everyone who doubted you. Not for revenge, but for fuel. There is something deeply powerful about silent advancement after being dismissed. When you return stronger, the shift is felt without a single word. Let disappointment mature you. Let treachery sharpen your discernment. Growth is the most intimidating response to dismissal. Pain builds power. 4. Drop the mask. There's a version of you built purely for display. It adjusts opinions to stay acceptable. It laughs at things that aren't funny. It monitors every face in the room for approval. That version was built to survive social environments, not to command them. People sense when your behavior is calibrated for acceptance. They don't say it out loud, but they register it. And once they do, your authority drops. The disciplined man doesn't perform. He presents. Presentation is grounded. Performance is anxious. You don't need to be harsh. You need to be authentic without apology. Speak with clarity instead of embellishment. Mean more by saying less. Mystery amplifies influence, and oversharing dilutes presence. State your position once. Stand by it. Constant explanation signals doubt. Certainty, even in disagreement, commands attention. When you stop performing, your presence deepens. Influence isn't built on being universally liked. It's built on being internally solid. Remove the mask. 5. Master strategic absence. Always being available doesn't signal strength. It signals desperation. When you're constantly present, your presence becomes background noise. People stop anticipating you. They assume access. Assumption lowers status. Strategic absence is calculated distance. When a conversation turns chaotic, silence shifts focus. When someone expects instant replies, a delayed response resets the boundary. When you speak after listening longer than anyone else, your words carry more weight. Don't overcommit attention to people who haven't earned it. Don't announce your plans before your results are visible. Let outcomes speak first. In negotiations, in conflict, in high-pressure moments, the person who can sit in silence often controls the direction. If you rush to fill every gap, you surrender leverage. Disappear when there's nothing to gain. Appear when it counts. That is strategic absence, and it is underestimated by most men. 6. Build inner sovereignty. Many men believe they're free because nobody gives them orders, but they wake up ruled by moods, impulses, and the need for external validation. That isn't freedom. That is chaos wearing the mask of autonomy. Inner sovereignty begins the moment you stop negotiating with your weaker instincts. Every promise you break to yourself weakens your internal authority. Every standard you bend for convenience trains you to accept inconsistency. You don't train when you're motivated. You train because it's scheduled. You don't uphold standards when it's convenient. You uphold them because they define you. Build a personal code, not vague intentions, concrete standards. How you speak, how you respond under pressure, how you protect your time. Write it down. Enforce it quietly and consistently. When your actions align with your declared principles, something shifts. You begin to trust yourself. And self-trust is the foundation of real authority. External pressure loses its grip on a man who governs himself, self-ruled. 7. Execute the old identity. Transformation only becomes real when it becomes decisive. You can think differently for a few days, but without a clean break between who you were and who you're becoming, the old identity lingers. It waits. It returns when pressure rises. So draw the line, deliberately. Write down what you're leaving behind. Hesitation, over-apologizing, emotional volatility, approval-seeking. Acknowledge them without shame, then declare their end. Say it out loud. When you hear your own voice define your future, it becomes concrete. From this point forward, One question governs every choice. Does this belong to the old identity or the new one? Your previous self won't disappear quietly. He'll argue that one compromise doesn't matter, that discipline can start tomorrow. Don't debate him. Reject immediately. Every aligned action strengthens the new foundation. Over time, what required effort becomes instinct. The outside world won't applaud your evolution. Some will resist it. That's irrelevant. Growth is not about applause. It's about alignment. Drop the final affirmation. I command myself, and I live in a way that proves it.